How you guys doing today?
Good, good. How about you?
How are you?
Very good. Very excited to be talking to you. First of all, congratulations to the show. I love the show. There's so much in it that we could spend the whole day talking about it because it's full of information and things that are happening right now. So first of all, what can each one of you tell me? What did you guys learn from the characters? Because these characters, they're very, very deep. That's what I enjoy about them.
First,
Yeah.
so,
Yes.
Mike,
Hi, Bria.
hi. Harry is, I don't like to say this word, but I know loud, big, takes up space, misunderstood, and she's a know-it-all too.
And Shalita, yeah, or Earl, William. We gotta get to the character, Earl.
Earl kind of runs things, he's kind of stealth about it, but he keeps his eye on everything. And he's very competitive, and he's kind of like the grandfather of the whole shop, the whole thing. He kind of watches over everybody, keeps it out.
Yeah,
Bria,
Janae is
yeah.
this trying to be the cool, calm, collected center of a community of just joyful misfits. But it's really hard trying to be the leader of a community, a facilitator of a good time.
But I will start with you, Shalita. I love the character. I love because the comic book in the 90s was very, very big, very huge. Everybody used to go to the comic books. Well, as you can see from my backgrounds, I love comic books. And that was the place that I went to. They get to look the comic books and everything. I was more than that. It was a place to hang out. That's what I enjoy about that. And also, I see there is also as a woman, an African American woman, that's very important taking this role. How important was to represent this in such in an Apple TV Plus show?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so grateful to Apple TV Plus for the opportunity to even be in the Mythic Quest universe.
Yes.
But yeah, Janae's journey, people like Janae are really important to these fandoms because right, you need a place to gather. You need a place to talk about the thing that you love. And so anybody who devotes their lives to creating a business around love is,
Yeah.
is kind of wild, right? But they have really strong, big hearts. So I was super excited to portray a Black business owner who
Yeah.
is doing something outside of the stereotype of what you would expect for a Black woman.
And also, I want to Bria ask her. I know her character was this possessive person, but at the same way, I saw a lot of people, characteristics of people that are like that because it's something that belongs to her. There's something that we need more places like it. Not because I love geek, but anything, any place like that, you can go to a place where I play sports, whatever. But that was her place. And all of a sudden, this guy comes in here, and then she's all protected. Like, no, 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 you go away. You're good to look to looking to be here. You're so handsome, and you don't belong with us. Then at the end, it's something happens, but I won't get into that. So tell me, what was it about this character that was so important to portray in this show?
Um, I I really liked playing Cherry because I just feel like she represented comic nerds, especially black comic nerds, and that we do occupy the space. And also her being protective of this safe space that she kind of created for herself and this safe haven because I do feel like she has been bullied in her life, and I think she used love of comics and love of anime to find a place that she can be
Mhm.
herself and not be bullied, but actually be loved on and like can take on space. Because I think Cherry thinks she works there too. I think she owns the shop herself. She could probably run it, honestly. Um, so yeah, I mean, I know what it's like to be bullied. I know what it's like to feel othered, and I know what it's like to build a space of safety for myself and create community with other people who probably have the same similar stories. Um, so it was easy portraying her. It was really fun to kind of just like become like a little comic book nerd for a week because I'm not into comics as well at all, but I did have to like do a lot of research on some of these characters just so I could feel like I knew what I was doing. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun and was easy because I think the heart of Cherry is what I connected to.
And what I like about William's character, Earl, was that he adapted to the situation. He adapted because he knew that community is so, so important that he would play cards with the kids. In one part, he said, this used to be a strip joint, this used to be this, and now he wants to belong. That's something that we need. We need a place to, because everything is online. That's cool. But a place to go, to see people, to talk to people, and to relate. What can you tell me about Earl that was engraved you to this world? Because it's so well written, your part, and well beloved within the community.
Well, I grew up reading comic books. We talk about that from the get-go, that, and we had this discussion about who would beat who. I'm Superman geek, So I had to bring all of my experiences as a young person to this character. He is so, like I said, he's so delicious, and I had so much fun working with everyone, but specifically the duel I was getting ready to have with the young man when he comes into the store, without giving up any spoilers or anything, But this is it. He feels like he owns this spot. He's been here. He's been every iteration of this building. He's been there for. There's a strip club or a clothing store, whatever. He was there, and he feels like this is my spot. And don't come in here messing it up. I run things around here. She may own it, but I run it. That's the attitude that I bought in for this guy. I just love playing him. He was so much fun.
Well, thank you guys for everything. Just to remind people that SideQuest is available on Apple TV Plus on March 26th. You are from the second episode, but I love the show so much. So thank you guys. We could talk about it because it has so many layers of things that we need right now. We need communication. We need to talk. We need a community, even if it's a geek or whatever, but a place to be ourselves. So first of all, congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Sweetheart.
All right, nice meeting you guys. Bye-bye.